Hello everyone, Magdalena here, Wolf of Coins. Happy autumn equinox, or if you're on the other side of the globe, happy spring equinox. I'm now in Poland, so away from my house, so I decided to make, well, some celebrations, a bit minimalistic, but still I think they are cool, so I thought I would read to you today two stories about, more or less this time of the year. I'll just quickly tell you what I did. I went out and collected some herbs, some magical plants. So I picked some mugwort, this is goldenrod, thistle, some yarrow, what's this called in English? I checked it, greater celandine, something like that, and St. John's wort. It was like, go out and there's really a lot of magical plants around. I put a picture of my grandpa to ancestors corner on the altar. I have this gorgeous new figure here. It's a reproduction of the famous Zbruch idol. So there are two goddesses, two gods. On each side there is a different person. Downstairs we have a triple god. So yeah, anyway, these two you might know from before. I put some tarot cards from the Fenestra Tarot because this is the one I took with me. I have some birch leaves, some pine cones, some acorns. This is a birch twig. And I have some beer as an offering. And look at the brand. It's called Perun. So I found it, yeah. So it's a name of a Slavic thunder god. So I thought it would be just perfect for this little celebration. So today I will try not to be too scholarly, and I will just read you two stories. First of them is a story that got reconstructed by scholars from various folk stories, songs, proverbs, etc. And the second one is a story that I wrote on my own, and you can treat it more as a mythological fiction. But yeah, I wrote it today, and it's based on various mythological tropes from various belief systems that they intermingle all the time. And since we don't really have stories preserved like those, for example, about Demeter and Persephone, or Aphrodite and Adonis, to explain the changes of the seasons, I made my own story for this year, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So there are many tropes that are, can be found in Slavic belief, but I don't have any hard proof for it. It's just my imagination, inspiration here. So the first one, let me see. Okay, so it's a story about Yarilo and Morana. So Yarilo was son of thunder god Perun, born on the last day of February. He got kidnapped by Veles, god of underworld, when he was still a baby. He lived there in the underworld, taking care of his adopted father's cattle. But when spring came, he matured and arrived to the land of man, riding a white horse. Wherever he stepped, plants would grow and bloom. The first person to meet him was Morana, his twin sister. They fell in love and got married on summer solstice, the Kupala night. Unfortunately, Yarilo proved to be unfaithful to his wife, and enraged she killed him, or asked her brothers to do it for her, on autumn equinox. She dismembered him and made a home for herself from his body. Without her husband, however, she became bitter and sad, and it influenced the weather so much that it got cold, the plants withered, and the snow covered the earth. But Yarilo comes back from the dead. They forgive each other, and Morana bathes in the waters to purify herself, and she emerges as a young goddess on the first day of spring when she meets a beautiful young god. So this is the first story, and now the story that I wrote myself. And it's about Yash, the thunder god, and Giovanna, the lady of the hunt. Yash, a young knight on a white horse, opens the gates of the earth with the golden key. Winter is over, and spring blooms wherever he steps. On his travels, he meets a beautiful huntress, Giovanna, and from now on they travel together. She gets kidnapped by the underworld god Veles, but Yash rescues her, and on Kupala night they get married. Supported by her brightness, Yash becomes more and more powerful. However, she had promised her brother Wado to come and live with him in his sun palace in the sky. Yash doesn't want her to go, but a promise is a promise. She rides up to the sky, and he, now alone, gets restless, violent, and dark. He starts to suspect that Wado wants to keep Giovanna in heaven forever. He knows that Wado has a beautiful herd of bulls, and he takes his rage out on the animals, slaughtering them on autumn equinox. But soon that herd is not enough. He descends to earth and starts slaughtering cows, sheep, goats, and pigs. His coat gets rusty with blood, like the leaves on the oak trees. The gods start to be concerned that he will kill all creatures on earth. So, on 11th day of November, Veles sends a viper to sneak upon Yash and bite his heel. The venom doesn't kill the god, but he falls into death-like sleep. The thunders get quiet and all leaves fall down. The earth is cold and quiet without the beautiful god. When Giovanna hears what happened, she starts searching for her lover. She travels the world with a hood on her bright face, but she cannot find him. She goes through snow and cold, accompanied by wolves. Finally, on the 2nd day of February, she finds him on a tall mountain top. She kisses his face, but he doesn't wake. She starts a fire to warm his cold body. Still he sleeps. Then a little black swallow comes to the mountain and says, "Giovanna, go to Lady Marzanna. She will give you a golden key which she used to close the earth for winter. Put it into his hand and wait. Wait for him to find you." So this is my story, and the tarot cards I picked. This is this violent side of Yash. It's the Knight of Swords. And the lady from Night, she looks like a huntress to me with this hawk there, and the hawk matches her actually. So yeah, my phone is going crazy. It pretends it has no memory left, even though it does. So I will end with this, and I wish you a wonderful equinox, a wonderful celebrations, and you can hear the train in the background. Thank you so much for watching. And if you've enjoyed the video, please let me know. It always makes me happy to get some comments or thumbs up. It motivates me. So thank you again. Bye!